Hey everyone! So, before we get into the battle today, remember to leave a comment so you can be entered to win the Charizard that you're seeing on your screen right now. Shiny, Calisbred with egg moves, and nicknameable if you want it. Winner gets picked on Friday. Good luck everyone! Hey everyone! So, occasionally, when you look at the team preview, all you can really say is, oh crap. I mean, alright, let's take a look at the team, shall we? I'm running Pavilion, Murkrow, Tyranitar, Scizor, Feraligatr, and Florges. My opponent, on the other hand, is running Azumarill, Landorus Therian, Garchomp, Tyranitar, Heatran, and Aegislash. Now, here's the thing. While I don't actually see any clear weaknesses on either side, my opponent is running everything that is way stronger than my stuff. I have two things that are OU on my team, and then everything else is like lower tiers. Technically, even though I think it's awesome, Murkrow is technically NU, so there's that. I kinda, and don't mind my 300 references for a second, but I kinda feel like Leonidas when Ephialtes led Xerxes to the goat path behind the Spartans. You know, no retreat, no surrender. That is Spartan law. And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight and die if we must. Yeah. Anyway, let's just go into the battle before I start making a fool of myself. Yeah, let's go. Alright, Robert's coming out to play. Now, I'm gonna lead with a Terror, and he's gonna lead with Durangard, which is actually a pretty sweet name for Aegislash, I think. Anyway, Aegislash resists both of my Pavilion's moves, so I've got to switch out and I go straight into my Murkrow here. Because I'm thinking, hey, I resist Ghost, and I'm kind of bulky with the Eviolite and everything, so I should be alright. You know, and sure enough, Shadow Ball is a 3-hit kill for him, so I'm gonna set up the Calm Mind. Now it might not even be a 3-hit kill. I'm not even really sure. Either way though, he switches it up and goes for the Iron Head. Still not gonna take me out. He's gonna lose that Life Orb damage and realize that he's not going to be doing anything to me, so he switches out and goes into his Heatran. Now on that switch, I go for the Roost, which is pretty solid because hey, I'm not about to you know, I'm not about to lose my Murkrow just yet. And so I set up, you know, I'm going for the Calm Mind and stuff, and here's the thing. That was a misplay on my part. I should have either started attacking or switched. But here I go, still setting up the Calm Minds, blissfully ignorant of what's about to happen to me because he goes for this Roar, and he's just gonna scare my Murkrow away. I'm gonna lose all the boosts, and I'm gonna come in with my Scizor, which is also just about the worst thing that could come in. So, obviously I can't stay in here, so I've gotta switch out now because Scizor is going to take the obvious Lava Plume, you know, so I switch into Charon, my Feraligatr, but there's the Lava Plume, and he's going to actually get a crit on that too. But thank goodness he doesn't get the burn though. At least I can say that. Now he switches out now and goes into his Azumarill, which is a very good play on his part because Azumarill actually resists all the moves that my Feraligatr carries. You know, that being Aqua Jet, Crunch, and Ice Punch. It resists them all. So I'm just going to go out into Scizor. Now he's going to go for the Play Rough trying to hit my Feraligatr, but watch this now. That's fully defensive Scizor for you, taking absolutely nothing from that whatsoever. Not gonna take a thing. Either way though, he's gonna switch out because, you know, fairies don't like steel, even though Azumarill is neutral to it, and he's going to go into Landorus. Now, I am at -2, I believe, at this point, because I believe Azumarill got an attack drop on me. Either way, though, so I get that Bullet Punch off. It does nothing, really. I think it might have done, like, 2 damage. And now he goes for that knockoff, and I lose my leftovers, but that is, you know, I'm not too worried about that, to be honest with you, because, hey, you know, I do have the roost, as you just saw, so I can kind of compensate for that. So I'm just gonna keep on trying to do something, you know, make a little dent, and he's gonna keep on going for the knockoff. And when someone is repeatedly going for knockoff, if I'm in with something that can take it, like I am right now, I'm not gonna switch just because I don't want anything else to lose their items. Also, I know that Scizor can basically tank anything that this thing wants to do, so I go for the Sword Stance to get myself back up a little bit, and, you know, there's his leftovers, so I haven't even actually done anything to him. And he's gonna switch out before I can start and go back into his Heat Trap. So, I get my health back here, gonna get it back, and now, I mean, what can I do? I've got to cut and run, you know? Scizor is not a match for Heat Trap. So I go into Flora, the Florges, and he is just gonna go for that Lava Plume again, trying to torch my Scizor, but I do not like burned Scizors. Do not like them at all because they tend to die immediately. So I switch out now, going back into Charon, because I realized that might have been a bad play. I've never actually used a Heatran, so I don't know if they carry steel moves or not. Either way, I didn't want to find out. So I went into Charon, and now he gets the burn. This is 2 matches in a row that Feraligatr gets burned. So what are you gonna do? Either way, though, he switches out now, goes into his Azumarill, and I am just going to go for the Aqua Jet because I wanted to get at least a little bit of damage off because, hey, damage is damage, right? But instead, I am just going to go down to Life Orb and Burn, and at least I'm going to be able to switch in whatever I want, and that would be Cutman. Now, he is going to withdraw straight off the bat and go back out into Heatran, because what else would you do at this point, you know? I mean, it is a solid play. I'm not gonna take that away from him, you know? That is probably what I would do. Now, here's the thing. I had forgotten also, I suppose I should have been paying closer attention, but I had forgotten if I saw him, you know, floating on the balloon. So I went for the Bullet Punch, thinking maybe I could pop the balloon and then come in with Tyranitar. Now, luckily, he went for the Stealth Rocks instead of the Lava Plume, and so I can switch into Tyranitar without having lost my Scizor. So that was good, and Tyranitar is going to easily tank the Lava Plume, no problem whatsoever. So now he's gonna switch out, especially because I know now that he doesn't, and he's expecting the Earthquake, which is also a pretty solid prediction, but that's not what I'm going to go for because I, you know, predicted that prediction. I figured he was going to go into Landorus, but remember the other match where I said, you know, maybe I should get rid of Ice Punch and go for Fire Punch instead because I have no fire coverage on this team. Well, I did, and now I have nothing for Landorus. So, you know, what are you gonna do? You can't win. You can't win everything, right? So I go out into Cutman again because, like I said, I've got nothing for the Landorus from my Tyranitar. But as I switch, he goes for the U-turn. So he's going to maintain the switch advantage here, and I was expecting the Heatran to come back, but he actually goes out into the Garchomp. So I'm not really sure what he's planning here, but I'm actually expecting the Fire Blast though, because I know they carry that sometimes, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, something like that. And he actually Megas. Purple purple Garchomp. That's interesting. Either way, there's the Fire Blast right there, and Florges is going to take that like it was nothing. As a matter of fact, I think it took just about as much Sandstorm damage as it did Fire Blast damage. So Florges is pretty awesome when it comes to taking special moves. But it is not going to be able to take the Earthquake, especially when that Earthquake is a critical hit. So Florges is going to go straight down, and I'm going to come back with Cutman. Now, yes, I know I just avoided the Fire Blast, but what are you going to do? I'm just, you know, my things are basically dropping like flies. I was hoping that I would outspeed because of the speed drop that Garchomp gets and be able to go for the defog, but that doesn't happen. So I take the rocks damage as I come in with my Pavilion. Now I wanted to put the Garchomp to sleep. That's what I was hoping for, but instead I put the Heatran to sleep, which I actually don't really mind all that much. I am kind of glad to be a little bit rid of the Heatran, at least for now, and I guess Heatran sleeps with its eyes open, now that I'm actually looking at this. Either way though, Tyranitar is back, and I figure that I should be able to take this thing down, right? I should be able to at least get in a kill here, but he's going to switch out, go back into Landorus, which also is, again, a pretty solid play, but I'm gonna set up first, you know, go for that first Dragon Dance, but now because the thing has Intimidate, I am at neutral, and you've seen Landorus's defenses all throughout this, so I don't think anyone is expecting this to even come close to killing. That is a 3-hit KO right there, and he's going to go for that super effective Stab Earthquake, and that is going to take my Tyranitar straight down. So this match is just looking worse and worse by the minute for me. Anyway, so I'm gonna come back with the Terror. Now, I've seen in other matches before that I do, sure enough, I survive the second Stealth Rocks with 1 HP. Now, he comes back in with Heatran, and I'm just gonna go for the Hurricane, but, you know, since Heatran resists, I'm just gonna go down now to my own Sandstorm damage. So, that's also part of the reason why I run Unnerve Tyranitar. That's half of the reason, because that way I can have Tyranitar, but I don't have to worry about hitting myself with the sand unless I want to Mega. Either way, though, so I'm back with the Jabberjay. He's gonna withdraw, and I am just going to go for the Roost as he withdraws, goes out into Azumarill. Now I'm thinking, hey, maybe I can just take everything on with Murkrow. Maybe. And so I go for the Feather Dance, right? So I'm gonna drop this thing's attack. I'm going to drop Azumarill's attack very far. And so he misses the Play Rough. So I'm gonna do it again. Azumarill at this point is at -4 attack, right? But he goes for the Belly Drum. So instead of being at -4, he's at +6 now. And of course he's running that Belly Drum Citrus set, so he's going to go back to a pretty solid amount of HP as well. Now I go for the Feather Dance again because I'm thinking, hey, well, maybe it'll matter somewhat. But he hits the Play Rough, he's at +4, and that is going to one-shot my Murkrow, and that's going to be the game. So there you have it. That's the first 6-0 on my channel, I believe. Quite unfortunate that I had to be the one getting 6-0'd, but, you know, it happens, I guess. Also, you know, part of the reason, too, that I wanted to upload this video, you know, was just that I'm not, I know that some people with their channels just like to upload their wins, you know, and I'm not gonna do that, you know. I usually just have like 1 or 2 battles a day, and and you know, whatever the battle is, that's what I upload, you know. And so yeah, I'm not going to just be like, no, you know, that's I didn't play well, so that's not going up. No, you know, you're gonna see how I do, and sometimes I'm gonna do really good, and sometimes I'm gonna do really bad, and sometimes I'm gonna do in between. Today I did really bad, so that's what it is. But props to my opponent, though. You know, he had me covered every which way I went. So yeah, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because I'm definitely going to keep on bringing you these videos. I enjoy making them, and I certainly hope you enjoy watching them. Have a good night, you guys.